And we're back. Thank you for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. If you are just tuned in, I am sitting here with Miss Clarissa Trevino of
Domestic Violence Overcomers.
And we're getting into the nitty gritty here. We've tapped into some emotional side of things. We are talking about domestic violence and its ugly face. We're talking about right now, Clarissa is telling me her story, and just to catch you up on it, she was young and in love, got married young, and was with an abusive person who nearly killed her. She was in a coma for a week and a half, and right now we're talking about how on the ride home, her grandmother told her she had to forgive.
Yeah.
So, how did you forgive?
Since I have been raised in church, I already knew about forgiveness, so that helped. Knowing how important it is to release it, because had anything happened to me, on my way home or anything like that, get in an accident or something, and I didn't get that chance to forgive him before, something happened. Even if it happened to him, I didn't get that chance to forgive him. And even now, I don't wish any harm on him. I don't hate him. What he did taught me a lesson. And
have you seen him?
I've seen him since then back home. I don't live there anymore because it's about 4 hours from here where it happened. And he's also tried to contact me still. Recently, about a few months ago, he saw my best friend.
What?
And tried to give her his number. Was like, can you please get a hold of her for me? I want to talk to her. And she's like, heck no, I ain't giving you her. And she told me about, I was like, girl, no, I don't want his number.
Right.
She's like, I know. But
yeah.
And that's been years since since I was 20. I'm 36 now. So
yeah. And the thing is about an abusive situation is that if you open that door, I don't care how strong you are, you will find yourself right back in that place.
Yes.
I wonder what it is that causes someone who's been abused to continue to try or to fall back into that.
We end up believing what they say. We start falling, and we have faith in them more than we have faith in ourselves to move on, and faith in God to help us to move on. So that's the thing is, we just keep believing what they're saying. I'm sorry, I'm going to change. I'm sorry. They keep apologizing, and they may be straight for about a day or two, maybe even a week. But after that, they go right back to how they were, hitting you upside your head. And that's not how you were made to be. You weren't made to be a punching bag. You were not made to live that way. So even if it's, a guy going through getting hit by his girl, that's not how it's meant to be. Get out.
Right. Completely like the movie Get Out.
Get Out, girl. That was a movie.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If for any of our listeners who may have someone that they may know and they really feel like are in a domestic situation and they want to get them out, what can they do for the person that they know is being abused?
First, they have to be careful, because the guy or whoever it is, because it can be girls too, they try to do all this mind control. They try to control everything you do with your phone and everything like that. So if you feel that there is somebody going through it, talk to that person as much as you can, in private somehow, and then make a plan, get a plan in place to get them out of that situation and get them somewhere where that guy or that girl cannot find them. It can be hard, but you have to get them to where if they know where you stay, don't have them there, because they will come for you and they will come to wherever your family and friends are. So don't put them there. Put them somewhere where they're not going to be found.
Okay. If someone is in a domestic violence situation and they need help getting out, what kind of resources, where can they go?
There's actually some domestic violence shelters. And I know there's one in Killeen, and there's another one getting built in Killeen that's supposed to be opening in May. Yes. And then just different hotlines and different phone numbers. If you want, you can go to my page, Domestic Violence Overcomers, and I'll find something for you. I used to work for a hotline in Austin, and we would take calls all the time, all hours of the night. So no matter what, get a hold of somebody. If you got to call the police to get you out of there, call somebody.
Call somebody. And there's hope.
Yes, there is hope.
How did you pick up the pieces?
I basically I got involved more in church. I know it's kind of, one of those things where people are like, girl, you go to church and stuff, but I did. I stopped hanging around, certain people once I got to a certain age. And I just kept praying and praying for God to give me the strength. And I thanked him for giving me the strength even before I had it. So that's the thing, is just, keep thanking him for the strength to get out of it and keep your mind off of that person and that situation, because you do not belong in it.
Right. You deserve to live.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
And abundantly.
And so tell me about your foundation, how you got it started.
The Domestic Violence Overcomers, I got that started. Well, I actually had started saying it last October when it was Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I was like, I'm not just a survivor, I'm an overcomer, because now that I can share my story, and if you know about the word overcomer, we've overcome the situation and we're no longer a part of, whatever it is. Because when you're a survivor, you're just kind of getting through it. You're making it and everything. And it's not a bad word.
Right.
Just saying now that you've survived, you're an overcomer now as well. So,
right.
And that's where it came from.
Right. So you're not just, like you said, you're not just making it. Mm-hmm. You're thriving. You're doing more now.
You're a conqueror of the situation. Yes,
so
ma'am.
what types of things do you do?
I also have a nonprofit where Project Spread a Little Love, where every year for the last 5 years, we pick different organizations in the community. Like this Easter, we're going to go to the Ronald McDonald House and deliver Easter baskets on April 14th. So if anybody wants to go, we just need a few more baskets and we'll be going there. Yes,
awesome.
Ma'am.
So if somebody wants to donate or be involved, how do they do that?
They can visit me on Project Spread a Little Love on Facebook, or you can visit me on Domestic Violence Overcomers on Facebook.
Isn't it amazing how you took a situation that was so bad and now you're doing good?
Yes, ma'am.
And I think to me, in my opinion, that's the greatest testament of truly being an overcomer.
Yes.
Because you've taken something where someone would look at it and be like, this is just so awful. Mm-hmm. And you have turned it into something so beautiful. And I'm just really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for coming and sharing your story with us. Do you have any last words that you want to share to someone, maybe one of our listeners that may be in a domestic violence situation and they need to get out? What can you say to someone who's listening, whether they be male or female, teenager or adult? What can you say?
I would tell them, I know it's hard and I know it seems a little rough right now, but just hold on, keep the faith, and, just keep praying to God, because he is listening to you. If you need somebody to talk to, reach out. That's the main thing, is reaching out to somebody, even if it's a stranger. You can call me. You can, follow me and get in contact with somebody. That's the main thing, is just reaching out for help. And don't be ashamed. Don't ever be ashamed of what you're going through, because there are so many people that have gone through the same thing, but there's also more of us that have come out of it. So just anybody that can help you get through your situation, just reach out.
And do understand that your situation is a serious situation.
Yes.
Because people die every day.
Yes.
People die hundreds of people
every day
die every day from domestic violence situations. And here's the thing. Sometimes they may not even be trying to kill you. Mm-mm. It might just been a slip. It might have been choking you just a little too much. Had he done that to you just a little while longer, you wouldn't even be here today. Nope. You know what I mean? It doesn't always, it sometimes, like, yeah, there are some cold-blooded killers out there, but a lot of times there's somebody that's just, they're physically harming you and they end up killing you.
Yep.
And hundreds of people every day die from domestic situations.
Right.
You need to get out. I don't care who it is. I don't care how long y'all been together. I don't care if y'all have kids.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care if financially he or she is the one that's supporting you. You will make it, honey.
Yes.
Trust me.
Yes, you will.
You will make it.
Yes.
Get out of a situation that is not good for you. Get out of abusive situations, because especially if you have children involved, because what will end up happening is either your children will end up becoming abused or they will become the abuser.
Yeah.
And children are products of their environment. So while you thinking you're trying to hold your family together, you're actually hurting your children in the long run. I'm just saying, whoever this may be for, please take heed. And if they want to get in touch with you and to get some help, what do they need to do?
On Facebook, Domestic Violence Overcomers, or you can email me, dvovercomers@gmail.com, and I will call you. You can put your number in there, anything, and I'll reach out to you.
And it's confidential.
Yes.
Your information
absolutely.
will stay safe. And that's what a lot of times I think that's what it is that you really just don't know who to trust.
Right.
But in order to do something different, you're gonna have to step out.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to step out.
Yes, ma'am.
So wow. I mean, I really appreciate you coming in.
No problem.
You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
And your story is remarkable. Gosh, thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I am your host, Toni Ringgold. Make sure you follow me, ToniRinggold. You can find me on Facebook. You can also go on myb106.com and listen to my past shows. Want to thank Miss Clarissa Trevino for coming in.
Thank you.
Domestic violence overcomers.
All right.
Not just survivors, but overcomers.
Yes.
All right. So I got a few announcements. So, I'm very plugged in the community and have some events that are coming up, and I wanted to let you all know about them. Let's see here. We have The Village presents Jazz in the Park. That is going to be held on Saturday, April 22nd, and it's going to be at Long Branch Park. It looks like it's free admission, and it's going to be featuring distinguished sounds. So mark your calendar. That is going to be Saturday, April 22nd. Let's see what else we have coming up. Ooh, on April 27th and 28th, we have the KTX Slam. It's the second annual, and I heard last year's was amazing. It's KTX Slam 2017. It's going to be 20 poets from all over will compete in prelims on Thursday. The top 10 compete Friday on the final stage, and first place wins $1,200 in cold hard cash. Listen, that sounds real good. We also have, let's see, a movie night. Ooh, The Shack. Oh, I've read that book. That's a really good book. It is going to be at Perfecting Faith Church. They're having a movie night. Doors open at 6:45 and the movie starts at 7 p.m. And the prices are only $3, and there will be concessions served. So, guys, you guys don't want to miss that. That's going to be at Perfecting Faith Church in Killeen. Let's see. Oh, also, let's see. There is a youth concert on April 23rd at 4 p.m. Oh, and these are featuring some of my folks. Lavalis, and looks like Lavalis Hamilton. He's an amazing lyricist. He's actually been here before. Oh, Carmen Spells. Hey, shout out. We got Renegade Redeemed in the building, and Mr. Gerard Kenneth. I've heard him sing, and he is awesome. And also Mr. Gabriel Lowe. And that is going to be on April 23rd at 4 p.m. Let's see what else we have going on. Yours truly, yes, yours truly is going to be, I'm actually starring in a stage play. It's called Fannie Mae's Cafe, and that's in May. I'll make sure that I give you more information on that, but that's May 20th, and we do have tickets on sale now. All you got to do is go on Facebook, and you can find out more information on that. So that's what's going on in your neck of the woods. We got the Jazz in the Park. We have KTX Slam coming up. We have movie nights. We have the youth concert coming up, and of course, Fannie Mae's Cafe. I'll be sure to keep you abreast on what we have going on. Thank you so much for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. Make sure you follow your girl on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram at Toni Ringgold Music. That's RINGGOLD. You can also, let me see, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. Shoot, you can go on myb106.com, type in my name, and you'll see all my past shows. And also, if you're looking for some vocal lessons, be sure to hit your girl up. I own a music school called Premier Music Academy. That's Premier with an E at the end, and you can reach us at 254-577-0993. That's for music lessons, piano lessons, all kinds of voice, guitar, whatever you're looking for. Come hit us up. We will give you exactly what you need. We love music, and we love to help you find your voice. Again, thank you for tuning in to Sundays at the Square. I'm your host, Toni Ringgold. You have a very blessed and prosperous Sunday.